All right, if you're a student pilot, you're building time to try and get to ATP minimums, trying to build time to get to your commercial pilot, stop for just a second because I just took some receipts on things for myself for the last month. Now, I've seen a lot of videos over the last little bit of people who are student pilots, who have gotten their private pilots, trying to get their commercial, who are building time, and they're just like, man, this is so expensive, this is so hard. Like, I don't know how people are building this much time. It's so difficult. Here's the reality. I knew that this was going to be something that was going to come up for me, and I thought ahead a little bit, so I bought my own plane. Now, I understand that this isn't for everybody, but buying my own plane saved me over $4,000 this month. You heard that right. I took the receipts today, added up everything I've done so far in the month of March, including my payment, my tie down, my insurance, my maintenance, my overhead for overhaul for the engine down the line, my fuel, my CFI rates, everything. Took all of the receipts, added it all up, and compared it to what it would have cost me if I were going to my Part 61 school and renting a Cessna. Well, the numbers are pretty staggering. So I'd like to take a minute to tell you about these numbers. And then if it's interesting to you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. If you're interested in seeing more about how I bought my plane or how I'm using it to operate, to build hours and work my way towards the airlines. I'm doing this because I want to be a resource to be able to help other people get to the same place that I'm trying to get in the most economic way possible. So, as a little bit of quick background, my name's Nick. I'm a pilot, private, instrument rated, doing my commercial check ride in 2 days. And I bought a plane last November. Comanche 55 Charlie Yankee is a Piper Comanche 250 that has 86-gallon tanks, cruises at 180 miles an hour, and is a high-performance complex aircraft. Now, that being out of the way, you know that that plane is going to cost a lot more to operate and to maintain than a Cessna or a Cherokee. That being said, I still saved money flying this plane. Let's get into the receipts. First off, I flew 42.1 hours from March 1st until today, which is currently the 27th. I did a 2.6-hour flight earlier today. 18.6 of those hours were done with my CFI at a rate of $60 an hour through my flight school. So already out the gate, 18.6 hours, $60 an hour. It's $1,116 in just my CFI rate for this month alone. Well, 42.1 hours, I have purchased 385 gallons of fuel at a cost of $1,901.54. Add into that the $516.92 for oil change, AD compliance, a little bit of general maintenance on some things in the airplane, which is normal. So also the oil that I'm replacing in the engine as it burns through. My tie down, $110 a month. My insurance, $300 a month. My payment for the plane is $700 a month. And I pay Garmin $50 a month to update my navigation database in my Garmin 430 WAS. That all comes out to a whopping $4,694.46. That's how much I've spent this month flying and maintaining my aircraft towards my personal flying. Getting to my 200 plus 250 hours to get my commercial. So if I run those same numbers at the flight school, $180 an hour wet for a Cessna 172, and the same $60 an hour for the 18.6 hours that I would have had with a CFI, comes out to a total of $8,694. So, quick math for you, $8,694 if I had done my flying this month through a Part 61 school entirely, or $4,694 to fly my own plane that is faster, has better capabilities, better range. I have access to better fuel because the fuel cost is lower further out from where I'm at. I saved, literally, there's the math, $4,000 flying my own plane this month versus going to my flight school and renting it from them. So fuel is going up, surcharges are getting added to planes at flight schools. I can look on ForeFlight and I can find cheap fuel around where I'm at. I get to do a cross country every couple of days to go down to Saluda County, South Carolina, to go get fuel that's $4.87 a gallon instead of $6.87 a gallon in South Carolina at Greenville. $2 a gallon cheaper, and I have 86-gallon tanks. That's saving me hundreds of dollars right off the bat. So in total, my operating cost for my plane with everything included is $111.51 an hour. That includes my CFI in there. That includes all of my payments, my insurance, my fuel. And if I do add in my overhaul savings that I put on top of it for every hour, I put $25 aside towards my 2,000-hour TBO for my engine, still comes out to $136.51. There you have the receipts. So I saved $4,000 flying my own plane. Now, the point of this is not to say that everyone should buy a plane. It's not saying that everyone should do what I'm doing. I am in this social media game now to be able to meet other pilots, to network, to make new friends, and really to be able to help other pilots who are also making the same journey I am and having to make some of the same decisions I am in a way that I know that I have learned for myself, and I hope that I can help other people learn from my mistakes and from my successes. So if you have any questions about owning a plane, I do plan on making other content and other videos about this. But yeah, leave me a comment, like, subscribe, follow. I will be going to Sun and Fun later this season. I'll look forward to seeing you all there. So thanks, enjoy, and follow the Adventuring Aviator.